So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of music, I'm going to be attempting some art. Here's my art background, a clay-made turtle, and I have a sketchbook which ranges from absolutely horrendous to pretty impressive. I thought it would be super fun to do this because art is something I've always done. I won a lot of art shows when I was a little kid in high school. A little kid, like a year ago. Anyways, so this will be interesting for sure.
I don't want to get paint on the floor. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't want to take any risks. So what I'm going to do is actually lay my paints here and my canvas here. And now it's time to get started by drawing a sketch. I don't really know what to do, so I'm going to have to take a second and maybe turn on a movie or something.
While I'm doing some of this boring painting stuff, I wanted to kind of give you the background on this piece. I used to live in this small town called Montpelier, Idaho. It's where I spent the summer. And the scenery there is just really beautiful. It's very mountainous. And there also is a lot of like wildlife there. Specifically, there's cows everywhere. So I went on a run one day and I can just very clearly see this in my head. So decided to draw that out. It's day 2. I'm eating a pretzel. Let's get it. This has got to be one of the hardest things I've ever done, like in my life, period. Love the greens on the side here, but I do think that this could use somehow a little bit more blending, and somehow this lip needs like a shelf. Somehow, like I don't know if that makes sense, but like this grass needs to be filled in, and then this brown space is gonna have some type of greenery that's coming up. Here's my dog.
Again, I'm not doing the little details yet. We have a lot more to go, but I just think that the colors are a little too drastically different. So I still have to put glass in his mouth, but I'm not ready to do that yet. I like the colors on camera, they look good. But I'm thinking about turning this more into like adding some brown. And honestly, maybe just turning this whole thing brown. I'm starting to add in oils, which will really shine things up a lot. Still have to add grass, tops here. Finish this, fix the train, add a tree, put some running cows. Sorry.
Can you dance for the people? What we've got going on is highly mediocre. Baby cows! Yay! What do I do now? I just got off the phone with my mom. She told me to go ahead and add some orange to the cow to kind of bring it back to life. I think it is crazy. I think it's so bold. Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. Some good angles here. Yay! That's what she's looking like right now. So that's what the light source removed. Bye. Yeehaw, folks. Yeehaw, folks. So I actually have to tell you something. I put a pause on my cow project because I just didn't know where to go with it. That being said, I'm gonna introduce to you the final product. I love the way that the colors look in this lighting. It is very vibrant and fun. And I think that what would be really cool is to kind of get more color here and maybe here. I just don't know what to do yet. So that's what it looks like. Maybe I'm taking some of these greens and putting it back here. I'm just not really sure. But yeah, but this is what this one looks like. I wanted to go ahead and introduce my next painting project, which is slightly smaller. I hope here that I'm gonna insert my Louis Armstrong art. So I don't have the original on me, but this was a contest I won a couple years ago for a poster contest. Okay, so when I was in, let's chat, shall we? Let me grab a friend. Oh, you grabbed a t-shirt, okay. This is my dog, her name is Nori, she's super sweet, she loves me.
So, when I was younger, we had this poster contest. I was a junior/senior because I skipped a grade in high school, and the contest was to portray black contributions. My favorite thing at the time was listening to jazz music. I was a big fan of Louis Armstrong, and I really loved his art, and I loved jazz music. It was so soulful, and I know that a lot of that comes from black contributions, which, you know, I can't tell you all the history because it's been a hot minute since I've done a history lesson on that. But I love Louis Armstrong's music, and I love his voice, and he portrayed himself as a very uplifting, bright, and beautiful person. So I decided to create an abstract feeling using a little bit of a more abstract tone to portray jazz and the feelings that it brought to me, and Louis Armstrong and the contributions that he made. So I wanted to go ahead and do an art project that was super focusing on something that I love doing, which was kind of that tone of using abstract colors. So I decided to do another
portrait again, and this time I chose a West Virginian artist. Her name is Sierra Farrell.
I don't care what you say, if it looks like a good portrait or not, because I don't do faces, first of all. B, I don't really care. Art is subjective in the first place, so it doesn't really matter.
So this is a loose hand drawing of one of her album covers. And as you can see, what I'm gonna do is actually completely abstract this. So I'm not really gonna go into the plan, maybe.
Giant canvas. I just got a couple days ago. It's absolutely humongous. Still not sure exactly what I want to do with it. One of the ideas I'm having is kind of portraying like a little bit more of a religious scene. I'm very religious, and I have a testimony of my Savior Jesus Christ, and so I would love to portray like those emotions. Of course, religious art is so difficult. So this is what I have going so far. It's just like a little rough draft. I think that the colors have maybe a little bit of clashing, but like we have Christ coming down, and then this is going to be all filled with people and stuff. And you know, this is a very famous scene. So yeah, I'm working on a couple different projects. Like this is a rough draft. It's probably gonna paint over this, or if not, it'll just be like a cute little sketch.
So if you have any ideas, go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. I'm super excited to kind of have this process going and see where it takes me. And I know that this is very different from most of my normal videos, but I'm super excited to share this talent with you.